So if you need it, if you have need any help or if you want to connect one-on-one also, you can connect with me and clarify your doubts and make sure you are on right track.
Sure, Managagar. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what we do today is I'm just sharing my screen. In the last session, we were doing some code tuning and our code optimization. I just had ran through a little error while submitting in the hacker rank. Later on, I just checked what is that I'm missing. It's a small correction I need to do. I did that later on and checked what is missing there. I'll just show you what I missed to add in the code so that hacker rank didn't accept. Later on, I'll jump to the list classes. So I just take a minute or two just to show you the mistake that was there in the code last time. Of course, later on I have submitted something working version of code, but still would like to share with you. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. And also let me see. Yeah, we are recording. Let me share my screen. Okay. And then, and the code, I think we need to open this one PyCharm as well. So the only correction we need to do here is friends, I think I put this statement, right? This one. I just directly tested this is all num and the string directly. Even for this also what we should do is we have to follow the same process which we apply for is alpha, is digit, is upper and is lower. Means we have to iterate on each character of the string, not just on the whole string. And if we do that, then definitely this code is going to work. And this is what I missed in the last session. I had to add iterating on each character. What I did is I applied is all num on the whole string. That's why this is somehow failing some test cases to pass through some test cases. So what is that I should do here is simple. Even for this also, just a simple thing is copy the same script, copy this one. Right. Just I think the system is a bit slow today. Okay, now it should be fine. Okay, and remove this. Excuse me. Here, just change this. Is all. That's all. And try to iterate on each character here. That's all. This will work, friends. I tested this. What I did is after checking why this test, some of the test cases are getting failed for this code, I verified that the issue is with this all num. Instead of applying is all num on string, on whole string directly, we have to apply on each character. Okay, then this even all test cases all test cases are passed. You got it right, friends. So whatever test cases that are there in HackerRank, it will get through all test cases. That's all, friends. Other than that, we are perfectly fine. Okay, let me quickly run this. Uh, just run this quickly and just show you the output here. QA to I'm just providing input for test case one here. If you see, you will get all truths here. Probably 5 truths, which are expected, not more than that if I'm not wrong. Okay, you can also check that count as well. This should be fine. I think we are good with strings now. Of course, there are so many other problems. I shared you different website links and different problem solving websites, all that. You can go through them and you try to work on whichever the topic we have completed here. Whenever you find time, try to practice there, friends. That helps you to improve your thinking. So what I do now is I'll jump to the next topic, which is list today, because we are already working from the past how many days? I think like 4 to 5 sessions we are working on strings itself. So now what we do is I think strings is not yet completed. Sorry, I just need to share few important things with you before I jump to the list. All those are very, very important. They are needed. So that's why what I do is I'll just try to quickly cover them and jump to the list topic today. Okay. So one thing what I should discuss with all of you is just a minute. Let me open the material. Okay, somehow I'm not finding that here. Python underscore MATRAL. Not finding it. This okay. If not, let me do a direct search. This should give us. There are few scenarios I would like to quickly share with you, and then I would like to move to list topic. Okay. So let's see string check to down, not to up. Okay. And then string. Okay. These are the scenarios what we have here. I'm going down just to show you. All this is discussed, slicing, everything is discussed, friends. We can ignore all this, iterating character by character. All this is discussed. I think you should be familiar with all that. Reversing thing, last in the one session, we had a discussion how to do reversing, and the most simplest approach. This is the one. I think I forget to add that scenario. This is approach 3. Maybe if you see this will quickly reverse. This is very simple and very short to reverse a string. You can apply this also. So that day I missed on that. Some of our friends have shared me in the chat, but I forget to discuss that with you. This is one more thing where you can do the reversing. Okay. Next one after that is immutable thing. All that is discussed. That is fine. Okay. And then these are all few important methods which we can apply on strings here. What is that? CHR means this is a method which converts an integer to a character. Like how we have a character in C++, that single character thing, we can convert to that by applying this conversion method, this one. And this one you can see here, ORD. ORD, these things we can discuss here. What ORD this is does here is order something, converts a character to integer. Okay, probably that character should be a numeric character, not any alphabet or all this. Okay. Next one, length. Length returns length of string. This we are familiar. We know that this method also familiar. If you want to convert anything to string, then we apply this conversion function. These two are very new for us. Maybe we can quickly check on these two. Okay. Maybe let's test it quickly. Let me use, what is that here? Our Python console. I am using console. No need to go and test these simple things in as a batch program. We don't need that. Okay. Now, so what is that here? Some CH equal to, it is saying that CHR converts a string to character. Suppose I am assigning some, what is it? Some S, a simple character here. Okay. And then just print it. You got S here. Just check type of S here. Okay. Sorry. I think I have to check type of CH, not S here, friends. type of ch, or otherwise you can directly pass whole string, then it returns type of that. Okay, whole value. I just passed s without any quotes. That's why it's throwing error here. But it's okay. I'm passing ch. It is a string now. Let's do one thing. Let's apply. What is that I want to do? Some ch1 equal to chr of this ch. And you see, I just had only one character here assigned. So I'm trying to convert that to a single character here, right? Enter. So that is the method, right? What is that? CHR only. What happened to this? Type error, an integer is required. Oh, what is that? It is expecting ch1 equal to chr of and single quote someone. Okay. Even it is not accepting this. Okay. Just pass an integer directly. Okay, ch1. What it is doing is from this we can understand one thing. We have to pass integer as a parameter. Let me observe this. Converts. Okay, I think I misread this, friends. What CHR does is it converts an integer to a character. I think I was thinking string to a character. I got it. These two, what it does is CHR converts an integer to a character, and this ORD converts a character to an integer. I think I misread this, friends. Please note this. What is this? What CHR does? It takes integer as a parameter and
Your
converts to.
screen is not. Sorry,
Is
your
it
screen
same
is not
for?
moving. Yeah.
Is it same for everyone, or is it for only who? I know. I don't know. Is it Adish or anyone? Whoever it is. Can you please confirm, friends? How about others? Are you able to see my screen, or is the issue for everyone?
It's
Now,
visible for me.
now it's fine.
Okay.
Now it's fine.
Okay, Krishna. Can you see my screen now? Seeing Notepad now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you can see just a small correction. I just told that this converts CHR converts to a string to character, but it's integer to character, and ORD converts character to integer. Just a quick correction. And we are testing here. To this CHR, just pass an integer, it converts that to the string here. Similarly, vice versa. Suppose I'm directly applying, I don't want to spend much time on these functions, and just pass a string, and that too, it should be a numeric string. Okay, enter, and you can see it got converted to the integer, but you are seeing 49 here. This should be some ASCII code of that one. Maybe you can check in the ASCII table, maybe in the Google or something, or Unicode. Okay, please check that. And this you can see finally this string got converted to integer here. And that's what these functions does here. CHR and ORD converts here integer, takes integer as input and converts that to a string. This should be Unicode string, what we call. And second thing is it takes string as input, ORD method, and convert that string to a integer here. You can see here, and that to this string should be a numeric string. Just keep in mind, friends. So that is the idea. Okay, we are done with this here. So just a quick idea for you. I'll share anyhow all this document everything. Nothing to worry about these things. Okay, I will also update under YouTube also for each topic what we are doing, all the material that is needed for that session. I'll put in that description part. Okay, so you can copy and take it if whenever you need it. And in YouTube it will be always there. Okay, just giving you an FYI for your information. Okay, friends. Next one. These are all we did all these things, friends. So this split and this iterating, index method, find method, and the special operators I need to quickly discuss here. This concatenation plus, let me just quickly talk about it because this is something very important, and few more operators here. Okay, if I discuss these operators, we are completely done with strings apart from understanding logic implementation, everything, and how to play with strings on a bigger level. these things we need to quickly discuss. Okay, I'll finish off this and then jump to the list class today, probably if we have some more time. So what is this plus here? Plus is a special operator in Python. So you got it right, friends. It is a special operator. Why special? Because simple, friends. It is so simple. Because plus acts as in two ways. You can see here. Plus works in two forms. Arithmetic plus and second one is concatenation plus. If it is arithmetic plus, we already know. It performs some arithmetic operation like addition. Suppose between two integer operands, you can see here, this is an expression. And in this expression, we have two operands. Left operand is A, right operand is B. On these two operands, we are applying plus, which is a binary operator. Binary means applied between two operands. Now what this does, this performs arithmetic addition. Okay, arithmetic plus is called here between these two. Right, that's what happens in between two numeric operands are, right, always arithmetic plus is called. Suppose when we come to this concatenation, this is important. You can see this is A is a string, B is a string, both are strings, ABC and BBC. I applied plus on these two strings, AB strings. Then here it doesn't do any addition, but it simply performs concatenation, just combines these two strings. Okay, and they become ABC and BBC. You can see here, this is a one whole string. That's what this plus does here. What plus does? Plus does a concatenation. We do one thing. Let's go to this one here. Let me just show you in this thing. So we can remove all this. Something test.py is there, right? We'll check here. Okay, we'll do quick testing, or otherwise I'll do one thing. Let's not miss out on anything, because all this anyhow I will share to you all these programs in the form of a zip again, so that you can keep them as reference. Also, I'll create a GitHub and I'll explain like how to integrate with GitHub. I'll push all this to the public GitHub so that all of you have access to that. Okay. So now coming to this string special. Okay, I'll just write here special operators demo. Enter. Now you have two strings, A equal to some ABC. You can take any strings, friends. It's not like it should be these strings here. Okay. You can take any two strings and try to concatenate them. Apply plus between them. You can just directly print A plus B. Now if you apply plus, what happens between these two? Simply a concatenation plus is called, because both operands are strings here. Right click and then just run this, and you can see ABC and BBC. Suppose another scenario, one operand is string ABC and another operand is an integer. Now I try to combine. What is that? I say that you can also assign to third variable if you want. Okay? Directly printing them. Suppose I say A plus B here. Now otherwise instead of AB, just take X and Y here. Okay, just for having a different variables. Now in this case, what happens here? This is another case 2. Just take it as a case 2, and this is case 1 here. Okay, all right, case 1 with the concatenation operators. What we get here when we just try to run this code? These are all some kind of questions for certifications. They give code like this and give some multiple choice, or 3 or 4 multiple choice, and ask you to check what would be the output. Okay, so then most of the people might answer it as, they give a couple of options like ABC 10 and 10 ABC, or ABC or some error. Last one is error. Okay, so what would be the case with this? In this what would be the output of case 2? Definitely it's an error. Now let me run this now. Right, so I should print X plus Y. You can see that's why we are not getting error. Else by now we would have seen some error. Now you can see error. See, what is error? Type error. Observe these errors as well, because this is very important to handle exceptions. I will also introduce that exception scenario. That is very important. Okay, now you can see here can only concatenate string to string. See, it's saying plus is applied only between two strings, and this is not allowed in Python. If it is Java, this is allowed. You can directly combine string with integer or integer with string or a string operand with any other operand. But in Python, if you want to combine a string and a number, right, or any other operand, then you have to do explicit conversion. What is that? Convert this y to first string and then you should combine. Then for that, the direct thing is just say, if you want to convert integer to string, apply that string conversion function, just pass that integer variable to that string conversion function. Then automatically str converts that integer y to string. Now you are applying concatenation on two strings. Then this works fine now. We don't have any problem. You can see here. The only thing is, remember, when you are concatenating or combining an integer and a string or string and integer or a string plus anything like float or anything, any numeric, then this conversion is needed. We cannot directly combine a string operand with any other different type of operands, except if it is same type string. Got it right? This is another important case. Understood, friends? Right. This is one.
JavaScript what will take, sir?
Sorry, Adish.
Sir, JavaScript what it will get the output?
JavaScript, I'm not sure, Adish, because what I did that scenario is different one, right, Adish? You want me to check that? Maybe probably it follows the Java, similar to Java. And also JavaScript don't uses what is that thing? Operators, right? You can do one thing. Just a minute. Let me show you because it's not something really rocket science, right? 1 minute. Yeah. So string concat, just type in here. We'll just have a quick check here. Concatenation in JavaScript, Adish. I think it would be I think these fundamentals would be almost similar, I believe, Adish. Let us quickly try here. You can see here. You can see, right? String plus string is this one, right? Maybe we can do one thing. We need to test this JavaScript code. So we should ask for a JavaScript editor. Let us quickly try it, okay? Do one thing. Online JavaScript, because that concept of variables, everything will be similar to this only. JavaScript compiler or interpreter. Actually, JavaScript uses interpreter, not compiler. You can just say that. Okay. And now run this. Let's see if we are getting this is which one? JavaScript online compiler. Okay, we can do one thing. What is it? Something like S1 equal to hello. Even this doesn't need data types like in Python. Maybe they use a variable var variable, I believe. Let us test it and add it. No problem. What is print statement in JavaScript? Again, we just because long back console.write.
Console.log.
Console.log.
Yes, sir.
That is for logging, right, or printing?
This console it will be print, sir. Output will, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Otherwise, document.write you have to use.
Let me use that then. Okay, document dot write of S1 plus S2. Let us quickly run this now. Hello world is fine. Let's take one numeric operand now. S2 plus 10. I think it should work the same like Java. Let us try this. See, concatenation is directly applied. Okay. It follows Java kind of programming this thing, programming style, Adish. I think you should be fine, right?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, but in Python, you cannot do the same thing directly.
Yeah.
What is that we should do in Python? We have to
There
go
is
for a little conversion here. That is important. Okay.
Yes.
I hope this is clear for all of you. Next one. Thanks for this question, asking this question, Adish, because It helps others also to get little deeper and understanding or analysis.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, next one, plus is fine. We are good. This thing, right? This is anyhow, you should be fine with all this. Let's talk about these operators quickly. So first thing, asterisk. What is asterisk here? Asterisk means it gives repeated occurrence of same string. You can see here, create new strings, concatenate multiple copies of same string. Let me just show you. So here, come here. So case 3, I'm just adding it as a case 3. You can apply some directly, you can say print of some, take a string ABC and then up into 3. When you say ABC into 3, what happens now? We are trying to do some product by 3. We are multiplying string with 3. Will this work in Python? Yes. What happens? It creates a creates a multiple occurrences of same character, and by concatenating those occurrences to the existing one, means we get ABC, ABC, ABC. That is what we get. It now you can see here. This is the output. Suppose if I put 10 here, what is that? Means we are asking to provide 10 occurrences of this ABC or this string can combine together or concatenated together. Okay, internally it's like doing something like this ABC internally. Okay, plus again ABC, again plus ABC, something like this. You got it right? This should be much more easier for you to understand. When you say into 10 means you are concatenating same string by 10 times. Now run this, you can see ABC for 10 times here, which got concatenated to the same. Got it right? This is how asterisk works in Python. Okay, on a string. That's all, friends. Next one. This you know very well. Index operator, slice operator, we had discussed how to extract a character from a string using index and how to apply slicing in Python. I mean on strings in Python. We will also use index and slice again on list as well. Okay. These are discussed, so I am skipping this now. In and not in. These are very powerful and very simple and but still impactful operators here. Got it right? So what I'll just show you now. What in does it checks whether a character exists within a string. And this in and not in is not just applied only on strings. This in and not in can be applied on list, can be applied on tuple or dictionary or any data structure, for a matter of fact. You got it right, friends. So what is that we do? Let's quickly check on this. Of course, as we are in string topic, let me apply same on string. Suppose you take one string here, some S3 equal to A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. And GH also, no problem. I just want to check like, if A exists in this string or not. Simply what I can do, if, so I'm just doing a validation, quick validation. If A in this S3, I want to see if A in S3, then print, right? I can simply say, otherwise directly printing a true here. Else printing, what is that? False. So this is a simple validation I am doing. And what I am doing here, I am just checking if a character exists, if a substring exists in a string or not. If you want, you can read this from keyboard even, dynamic reading. But just to make you understand quickly, I am directly taking a hard coded values. Okay, right click this and then run this. Now you can see here. Got it right? True. Because A exists in that string A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Suppose if you just pass some Z, Z is not there. And if I test it, you can see here, you should get false here. And we got it. So this is how in works. This is very simple and small operator, but powerful operator. It helps you in many of these development use cases. Right? It and much more simpler compared to another, implementing linear search programs. This generally does a linear search, actually, this in operator. to check if some substring or some value exists in a collection or a data structure. Got it right, friends? That is the idea. Next one, not in. Not in is opposite to that. You can also use same thing, or you can do one thing. Take as another case, okay? I just put it as a case 4. Okay, and then S4. Something I'm just removing 2 characters from that. So sometimes we apply this as well. This is very much useful again. If some Z not in. So based on that, you get output. If that is not inside the string S3, then you get true. Right? If Z is there, you get false. Right? Based on the how you create condition, according to that, your output is generated. Right? Let's test this quickly. It should give us true. The 4th one. Okay, that's all. This is how you can apply in and not in. Anyhow, we use more on this in and not in when we go to the list topic as well, so that you get familiar how to use these kind of simple operators but powerful operators. I hope you are clear with these operators, right, friends? Right. That is one more thing about another operator. Is and is not. If you finish this, mostly we are done with this, except again this quick formatting I'll explain and then jump to this format specifier scenario also. If you want, I'll talk. But mostly these are important for us. Is and is not. These are used for checking the address of 2 objects, if they are same or not. Like, let's just try it quickly. So we are checking another case 5. Testing, what is that? In this case 5, we are checking for is one scenario, is not is another scenario. So what is these 2 does here? Suppose I have S1 equal to ABC and again no, if not S1, S11, okay, and S12 equal to again ABC. Now I want to check if the address of these 2 strings are same or not. Is used for identity operators. Is a identity. Identity means checks the address of 2 objects. And this is not just applied only on strings. If you want, you can apply this on even on normal variables, all variables which we have used so far, integer or string or float or any variables, to see if the address of 2 variables are same or not. In fact, we use the word objects because in Python everything is object, to check whether address of 2 objects same or not. That is what is and is not is about. Check whether address of 2 objects are not same or different. That is not. And generally simply is and is not means you by looking at the names you can easily understand. Let's quickly apply this. Let's not waste much time. Print S11 is, I'm just directly using print to validate this. I am not using if here. If you want, you can also apply if also to do validation. Now let's run this. What is this should give us? Does it gives true or false? Unless you check ID and test it, you don't understand that here. But as just let's assume what would be the output, true or false, whether these addresses are same or different. That is the question. So, okay. Okay. If they are same, then we should get true. We can do a little quick checking here. We got true here anyhow. See, last one is true. And maybe if you want to know more about it, apply type of ABC. Okay. Sorry. Type of S11. You can pass a string directly like that as well. But as we are already what we are doing, assigning to some variable, better pass that variable. Next, similarly, also use one more function, print function, to check type of S12. Not type, I think, sorry. ID. I have to check for address, right? Get the address of S11, get the address of S12. Okay. Now you understand what would be the address of S11 and S12. And maybe if you want to quickly know why it is same, I will give you a quick analysis on that. Okay. Maybe these are all very useful things for you. You can see the address of S11 and S12 are same here. Why this happens here? Not only for this, I'll just show you one more scenario. A equal to 10, B equal to 10, and then print. Okay, these are all very interesting things, friends. I know for some fresher or some beginner, this seems to be little. What for them they don't understand these importances. But at experienced level, this makes more. These are all very important things. Okay, so I say A is B here. Now even we are using two integers, but what is that? Two variables A B and assigning 10 and 10. And what would be the output of this here? Is it again same true or is it false? What would be the addresses of A and B? If you want to know addresses of A and B, then again you can do one thing. First, copy these two, paste here, and to see the addresses of that, just assign A here and assign B here. Now you understand the concept of what is that, how to check two addresses. Okay, if they are same or different. Okay, now you can see even here also we got true. Even if the data changing. So in case of strings, if you try to assign same string to two different variables, and if you compare, we are seeing that the addresses is same for both variables. Similarly, we tried the same for with the integer values. I took 10 and assigned to A and B. So now what happened? We tried to check if the addresses are same or not. If you look at the output here, even in this case, the addresses are same. You try for float, you try for complex, you try for anything. In most of the cases, you see the same kind of output. You find it same otherwise. What is that? You find same. When you try to assign same value to multiple variables, the addresses of all these variables would be same. And I have a question now. What is that question? The biggest question is why. Right? You should know this, friends. You have to know this because these are something which are actually the foundation principles of Python. Okay, and this helps you even when you are attempting this certification exams. If you go and try to do some Python certification, right? In such cases, this understanding of all these things at this level helps you to crack that certification quickly. Right? You don't need multiple attempts. The question is why? Any answer for this? You can answer in the chat box if you think, if you wish to. Else I will only answer it. Okay, what is that? The reason is simple, friends. I am using this as my explanation board here itself, PyCharm. The reason is simple. In Python, almost all data types. What is that? I am writing clearly what I am trying to say here. Almost all data types are immutable. What is it? Are immutable. Immutable means we cannot modify them. You got it right. When a data type is immutable, when a data type is immutable, but there is a range. That immutability has range, some range, fixed range. But we have a range to that values. Till that range of values, they are immutable. After that, they are mutable again. Okay, you got my point, right? You have a range for this. Okay, I'll just show you that also because sometime back I tested all this. Okay, out of curiosity. But this is important point. We know strings are immutable. But even other data types, all other data types like int or float or you mean that other data types what we have four or five other data types, complex and Boolean. All those are even what is that? They are immutable data types. But to certain range they are immutable. After that again they behave like normal mutable only. At memory level, not at program level. If you try to put 20 here, B accepts 20. And this 20 has a different address, 10 has a different address. That is a different case. But now when I put assign 10 in both cases, the addresses are same. Then what is happening in memory? Interesting topic. Okay, first let me explain that to you. Okay, let me quickly explain that. So I'm using a paint quickly. I don't take much time because see if you want to go for any certification these days, Having a certification is also a good thing. Maybe if you ask me, did you do it any certification? Actually, I'm in the planning. I'm doing IBM certification now. Probably I should finish because I'm occupied with multiple things. Again, it's getting delayed. At least I want to do some 2 or 3 certifications in Python alone. One IBM, one standard certification, all that. Okay. I'll share those details also with you. Oh, right. What certifications are there? How to take up them, all that. Okay, fine. Let me get into the discussion. What is it? So what happens in this case? Why it is same for both variables? The addresses are same for both variables A and B. Simple, friends. It is a very simple concept. There is nothing like too difficult thing to understand. As these are immutable, what your Python interpreter does is first it creates what it does is so where is it? The Now you see here it assigns 10. First, when you try to assign A equal to some 10, first it creates an object for 10 like this and assigns some address, something like 100. And this address is assigned to some variable. What is that variable? A, something like this. And now A is pointing to this address to this object, this reference variable. This is a reference variable. This is pointing to this object 10 here. And this is what happens when you say some A equal simply A equal to 10. First, an object is created in memory. I think better if I use that text box. Okay. So what happens when I say A equal to 10? Simply for 10, it creates an object and it assigns some address. And that address is copied to this reference. And this reference is pointing to this object. That's all. Now what do? You say B equal to 10 again. Now what your interpreter does here, because these are immutable objects, right? The behavior is same. This behavior is same for every immutable object. Right? Now what your interpreter does here, you assign 10. Then first what it does is if this object 10 already exists in memory. Now the question is, does it exist in memory now? Yes, right? Already we assigned A to 10. 10 to A, sorry, 10 to A. So in this first instance, right? This 10 object 10 is created already there. Now what your interpreter does, you try to assign same 10 to B. Then it just checks if any object already there in memory with this object 10 is there in memory. It's already there. Then what your interpreter does, it doesn't create a new object for 10. It sees this already the existing one, right? Like how we purchase this toys for a bigger girl, bigger baby. Same time we give to the younger baby also, right? That's what happens here. Sharing of addresses. Once if interpreter finds if you are assigning same value to B, it just doesn't create a new object for 10. What it does for B here, simply to this B, what it does is it simply copies the address of existing object. And what it does, it puts that address of same object 10 into B also. That's why you see here we don't have multiple objects. We have same object copied to multiple references here. In this case, even B is also pointing to the which one? This B. This is very interesting concept, friends. Very important and interesting. B is also pointing to the same object. Now you see here in memory, how many objects are there? One object or two objects? At memory level, only one object is created, but that address of that object is shared to all these references or variables. Suppose you create one more variable. What is that? You say in memory, you in program, you assign C equal to 10 again. What happens now? Same process, right? It doesn't create a new object for 10. It sees if 10 is already there in memory. Yes, already there in memory. Then it won't create new object. Simply copies the address of this existing to C also. So what happens now? It try to copy the address of same object to C also, friends. See, now C is pointing to this object 10. Now how many variables are pointing to same object? 3 variables. how many ever you declare in the program, that many variables will be pointing to this object. Got it right, friends? Here, the advantage is you are avoiding the redundancy of data here. So with this, the advantage is instead of creating 3 objects, you are copying just one, you are just creating one copy and sharing it to the variables here. And this is efficiently managing memory. What is this doing? This is efficiently managing memory. And this scenario is applied only for immutable objects. Right now, you can go and explore anywhere in the internet. You can find now if you look at that description, everything, that detailing, you understand very clearly. But this is the idea, friends. You got it right. Now, if you want to see if the addresses are same or different, then in this case, this is something which comes handy to us. Right? If you apply is, then you come to know if the addresses are same or different. And in these 3 cases, so is always returns true if A equal to B or A is if A is B, yes, true. If A is C, yes, true. If B is C, true, because all addresses are same and all are pointing to the same object. I hope this should be very clear for all of you friends. Why these are having why these are having same addresses, because these has a shared address here. Once you declare for 10 for first time, that object is created. Next time, if you try to assign same 10, the address of that object is copied to all the variables. And this is what happens here. Hope this is clear now. And right, this is the idea. Now, maybe you can also quickly do one thing. What is that one thing? Google it. So, our data types. Just you should know all this, friends, because being a programmer means in and out is important. Our data types immutable. Where in Python? This is the one you should check here. And Real Python is also one best website, okay, for going through the topics. They are talking about mutable versus immutable. We don't need all that. You can see here, immutable built-in data types in Python, right? You can see built-in data types are nothing but numbers. Numbers means what? Your integer and float. All these are, you can see, numeric types, int, float, and complex, right? These are all what? Nothing but these are immutable data types. That is one thing. Okay. Next one after that is booleans. So boolean, even all basic data types are immutable types, friends. You can see here. You got it right. Even this is a immutable type. Maybe if you want, you can check same scenario. Next one after that is strings. Anyhow, we had discussed this. Okay. And this is one good website, Real Python. It will have a very detailed content and very useful thing. Okay. So mutability, anyhow, we'll talk when we go to the list topic. We'll talk about mutability. Understanding these basics is important. You got it right, friends? So I hope you got clarity here. All basic data types which we discussed in our Python, that numbers you can see here. And then that int, float, complex, string, and boolean. These are all immutable data types. You got it right, friends? That's it. That's the idea, right? Next one. There are few things. Maybe suppose you take this one. Okay, I gave how much here? What is the range? Some 1, 2, 3, 5 means 1 lakh. Let me test it now. Run this. Now you got false here. And somewhere this address changed. Right? Means what? This immutability is not to it is not applied for all integers. There is a range of integers where that immutability is applied. Maybe you can also Google it once. Right? Till what? Just understand all this. These are something really useful to your friends. Till what values integers are immutable in Python. See, Somebody already typed that. We are getting it. Okay. Now we have directly gone to our Stack Overflow. Developers best friend is Stack Overflow in companies, not here. Here you can use ChatGPT also. It's up to you. Okay. So I forget ChatGPT. I should have used that itself directly. So here, these are all important things, friends. Again, alright. This is not scrolling down. I already around some 500 or something, actually 300 or 500. It is immutable. There is some range, friends. Till that range, they act as immutable. Okay. Maybe up to just a minute. I can do one thing. 256. Let me test this now. Even 256 is false. Up to 255, I hope you can see now. Even this is false. Okay. Then till what? Till minus 2 power 7. 1 by, yeah, 2 power 7. 2 power 7 means how much, friends? 132. Just calculate and tell me 2 power 7, 2 to the power of 7. You can directly print it otherwise quickly. 2 to the power of 7. What is it? Let me print this A till that I believe, because it takes bits and till this range it should act as 128. Okay, fine. Now assign 128. You can remove this till that byte range or something, till 1 byte or something, it acts as still this is also false. Sorry. What is that? I should do 128. 128. Okay, I got it. What is missing is 256. 256. Let's try this. Okay. 257. Somewhere you can check this later, friends. I don't want to waste much time. Till some range, they act as immutable. After that, I think they become immutable. Maybe 500. 500. Right. Even then, these are immutable. I think in the previous case, I forgot. I assigned one is 10 and another one is 1000. Sorry. Oh, they are different values, right? You should test like this. This is proper testing. Right. Even now, it is same. Till some range, it should be different. Even it is same. Okay. Let me try this. Then otherwise, by default, this should be immutable, friends. Got it right. So after this range, we don't need to test more. Enough. Finally, conclusion is by nature, these are immutable. This all basic data types. Okay. The core data types what we have in Python. I'll just explore more on this. Maybe I'll just study research more on this and come back. But this is the idea. Why these are immutable. Even we have observed here also from the website, from the very famous website. Okay. That gave us this information very clearly. All these are, you can see numbers, Boolean, strings, bytes, and tuples. Tuple anyhow, we'll talk about this. All basic data types are immutable here. You can see here. Right? You got it right. You can see here. Like such as int, float, and complex, and Boolean and strings. Got it? So if there is any limitation, I'll just research and let you know. But this is the idea, friends. Why we have same addresses for two different variables when values are same? Means reason is simple. These are immutable. Once we declare this, that explanation is clearly done. I don't want to again, fry your brain. So that's all, friends. Hope you have answer for y now, right? And this I am removing it because I see that I don't see limitation as of now on the range part. So by the nature of that, those data types should be immutable. If any limitation, I'll research and let you know. This is the idea. Fine, right? But if you don't know this reasoning, you always put false here. Answer you prefer false. Okay. But now you know what would be the answer here. Okay. That's it, friends. Next, after that, I think we covered whatever that is important. This we can also, if you are a C programmer, if you want something like impact of C, you can use this format specifiers. For now, I'm skipping this. Later on, if you want, I'll add that. Okay. And then after that is this already I had discussed this placeholder string formatting with placeholder operator. I have explained number of times, so we can skip this for now. And the importance of format method. I had discussed about format method as well, so you should be fine with all that. Okay. So I'm skipping this. You can see there are a number of examples I put here. Okay. So we can skip it for now. Maybe you can see there is one more thing. You can also use indexing for this. We didn't try this. Maybe tomorrow we'll try with some examples. Okay. How to apply indexing, all that. I don't want to waste time here. Just I'll with examples, I'll show you how to choose indexing or something. And join, we had very detailed discussion and we applied some use case, beautiful use case on joins. Okay. And then dynamic initialization, we are already using input, whatever is needed. 2.x is almost outdated, friends. From 2020 onwards, they stopped providing updates for Python 2x. Okay, just an update for you. So this is all about about string and the very important scenarios of strings, different multiple things. Whatever we are discussing here, all these are important, friends. Suppose if you want to go and do some certification, right? For this certification, all this matters. A Python certification. Right? Maybe you might think why Manoram is investing his time in all this. Why don't he directly switch to list? My only intention is to benefit you only. I don't want to waste your time anyway in any this thing. Okay. So these are useful things. I'm just sharing in the chat box. What we do is I thought we can jump to list, but there is a lot of discussion on these things itself. By now, you should be very clear on this stuff, okay, about immutability, about which data types are immutable. Right? Tomorrow we'll talk about mutable data types, like list is mutable. Okay, set is mutable, dictionary is mutable, tuple is immutable again. We'll talk about it in the next session, okay? And also we'll cover a few more scenarios here where we just need to know about this placeholder and applying indexing to placeholder. You can cover that as well. And we apply them as well so that you can choose whichever the approach you want. That's all, friends. Any other questions now? Any more questions? Yeah, notes part. Yeah, sure. So yeah, definitely I'll share all that. Everything, whatever we are seeing here, what we discuss here, even all that code base, even whatever programs we do, I'll share all that, Tulsi. No problem with that. I don't keep anything with me. Okay. Only thing is practice it well and make sure you are getting best with your implement.